These are the easiest attack strategies for every Town Hall level. No matter what your skill level is, this video will help you secure more 3 stars. Each of these strategies will work without having any super troops, non-max hero equipment, and will also work before and after the new balance changes. So the best value is by watching each strategy. Starting at Town Hall 12, we see the Zap Witches. This is a very strong and powerful strategy that will start you with the Zapquake. 1 Earthquake and 4 lightning spells can remove an Inferno, so you're going to do that on 2 different Inferno towers. Usually they should be opposite from each other. This is going to allow you to line up the 3rd Inferno tower, the Eagle Artillery, and Town Hall. Try to line these 3 buildings up so you can get the majority of your value when you send in your witch spam. With the Zapquake all completed, it's time to start setting up your funnel by using a golem on either side with witches and bowlers. This is going to establish enough of a funnel for you to start moving into the core of the base, having wall breakers to open initial walls to get your heroes in, by also having the ice golem, the log launcher, and your heroes to start working in. You should use an early Grand Warn ability to protect as many troops, especially witches and bowlers, alongside your heroes. This way you can also deal with the enemy CC while not taking any damage for a little bit of time. This also allows you to use a rage spell in the core for things like your heroes, the CC troops, or even witches and skeletons. Other than this, as you continue to work yourself around, you'll have troops on the outside and inside of the base doing complete work as you work around. As for your hero abilities like the Barbarian King, the Spiky Ball and Giant Gauntlet is an amazing tool that can open up the walls and can also offer a ton of value to the rest of your attack. Even if they don't necessarily follow through the rest of the base, you will have a ton of nuking potential, especially after the balance change. Other than this, having things like the Mirror to provide even more DPS with your Queen is always incredibly fantastic. And not only this, but having all of your troops that are left up and your Queen and your Warden, you're going to be able to work yourself all the way around and getting the 3-star, as it's an incredibly strong strategy and really doesn't take a lot of planning. Town Hall 13 sees my personal favorite strategy, the Yeti Witch, as it is incredibly strong and incredibly versatile, mainly using 4 earthquake spells to open up the entire core of the base. Having 2 sets of 4 is going to allow you to open up the entire base, which is going to allow you to start moving through the entire thing with your witches, your heroes, and your Yetis. From there, you're just going to be funneling with the Yetis and witches on either side in order to send in the rest of your Yetis and witches with your heroes and the log launcher. In this situation, you want to make sure that your troops are getting into the base and providing great support. The rage spell can be a great tool at getting in and having your Yetis and heroes do plenty of damage, while also having the Eternal Tome and Healing Tome to protect the log launcher, your heroes, and Yetis and witches. As you work in, you're going to use more rage spells in order to provide support. You're also going to try and use your hero abilities to offer even more DPS on the base, which is going to allow you to completely gut the entire core. This then also really leaves your royal champion to work herself around the base, allowing you to clear out defenses, leaving enough of your witches and skeletons to provide ample cleanup. But in this situation, you could always use the rocket spear, giving you ample time to be able to snipe off buildings from a distance. You still have cleanup, which is always incredibly helpful, which is going to allow you to 3-star with a strategy like this. It's relatively simple and is definitely one of my favorites. Town Hall 14 sees the Hydra attack, but instead of using the super archer blimp that most people love, this uses the double cloned balloon, where it's more consistent and more reliable. Pretty much, you want to start this strategy off with the giant arrow to snipe off 1 to 2 air defenses if possible. Your queen in this situation will create part of a funnel on her own, where you can then expand the value by using your Barbarian King. You should be using a baby dragon in order to get him to go into a particular compartment, but you can also use a Electro Dragon to help set up the other side of your funnel for your dragon spam. This is going to help you get plenty of value while your Barbarian King is able to clear an entire compartment with something like the Spiky Ball and Earthquake Boot, or the Rage Vial and the Giant Gauntlet. Either or, you're going to be able to set up a solid funnel on both sides for your dragons. From there, it's time to spam in your dragons, balloons, dragon riders, and your Grand Warden. As you move in, you do want to make sure that you're using the battle blimp, but you want to delay this Warden ability until a little bit later, where you can get plenty of value from the Healing Tome and Eternal Tome while having the blimp sail deeper. This allows you to use a Rage and 2 clone spells over the Town Hall to remove it with the clones. This then also allows you to keep yourself moving through with the dragons and dragon riders with another rage spell to do even more damage. Realistically, this is going to clear through the back end portion of a base, but also will have the Royal Champion help the dragons and dragon riders do even more damage, and allowing you to have the Seeking Shield and the Rocket Spear to snipe off even more defenses, making this a very possible way to get plenty of value. From here, Root Riders are going to become one of the easiest troops that you can use. So Town Hall 15 is going to see the Root Rider Electro Titan spam strategy. This is a really unique way of using Root Riders, as this is incredibly difficult to stop. You're going to start off by using the Siege Barrack in order to set up one side of your funnel. Take a giant in case you are seeing anything like a cannon or archer tower towards the outside of the base. Speaking of which, your Archer Queen should be using her giant arrow to set up part of a funnel. If you can activate an invisibility spell tower or even flip it and use 4 earthquake spells to open up the core, it's going to help your Electro Titan specifically move in. This is really then going to establish 2 sides of your funnel to send in your Root Riders. With this funnel set on both sides, you pretty much want to send in your Root Riders, Electro Titans with your King and Warden as you work in. You should at this point, as you work yourself in, use an Overgrowth spell over the Town Hall. This is going to establish a way for you to remove the Town Hall compartment as your Root Riders and Titans work in, and that way, once they get to the Town Hall, the entire other part of the compartment is gone. You should also use a late Grand Warden ability so you can get plenty of value as you work into the core. So you're able to deal with that without having to worry about the Town Hall, and once that Overgrowth expires, you have plenty of spells and troops at the ready. You do also have your back-end Royal Champion to provide support. Having the Rocket Spear can definitely help mitigate a lot of the damage and clear out defenses like the Town Hall. You've also got rage spells to provide support. You've got your King with the Giant Gauntlet and Rage Gem, and you can just easily work yourself around. Having the Electro Titans help clean up with the minions and all of your other troops, and overall you can very easily spam your way to success with this, and you'll have plenty of support with the Royal Champion and the entire rest of your attack. And Town Hall 16 sees the Root Rider spam with 3 Overgrowth spells. This is a very strong strategy where you're going to start off with funneling. The Siege Barrack on one side of the funnel is going to allow you to clear that entire area, making sure that you can send in your King and your Queen to start working yourself in. With the funnel set, you'll send in your Root Riders, Druids, the Grand Warden, and of course, Valkyries as you work in. You should try to delay your Druids since you're using the Rage Gem with this, but you're not using the Eternal Tome and rather the Healing Tome instead. You do want to make sure that everything kind of stays together, so you're able to get plenty of value from something like the Poison Lizard and dealing with the CC. You're able to get value from the Druid's healing, and you've got rage spells to provide a lot of power as you work around. You do want to make sure though that once the Druid's healing expires, that you use your Healing Tome, which is going to help. As you work yourself around though with the Root Riders and the rest of your attack, you want to use Overgrowth spells around the Town Hall. Try to expand more of the Town Hall's compartment, but still keeping the Town Hall overgrown. You do want to make sure that you're getting plenty of value this way, so you're able to very easily clear through the entire rest of the base before you deal with the Town Hall. This also should have the Royal Champion on the back end, where you can get plenty of value from her, whether you're using the Haste Hog or you're using the Rocket Spear. And this is going to allow you to clear through a large area off of the base, where realistically the Town Hall should be one of the final remaining defenses, which really will not be a difficult thing to remove since you have so many different ways to deal with the Town Hall. And having the Rocket Spear can actually help keep yourself from a distance and earn a very simple 3-star with a very strong and easy strategy. I do hope this video helps you earn a lot more 3-stars and you can keep coming back as you upgrade to new Town Hall levels. In case you need some tips on hero equipment, I have a strong video right here that you might want to check out.